Jimmy Butler is one of those dudes who I hope doesn't get lost in common NBA conversation. Because post-Jordan, all we've done is, did you win a ring? Or how great were you? Did you get to the finals MVP? Like, I remember as a kid being able to talk about with my dad and his friends, Bernard King and Adrian Dantley and cats like that who, yeah, they may have never been the best player in the league, but please believe they was going to give you everything you wanted, all the while not being on the center stage for you to enjoy it as a national fan would. Jimmy Butler has always been a hard worker. And I think sometimes Jimmy has armored himself with his hard work in order to alienate the people around him. You know, I think Jimmy has found out that not everybody can or does work as hard as you do, right? Like there's different 100%.
There's levels to this, man.
It's different. And he goes to Miami where they all speak the same language and they all do the same thing. And the issue that I have, and maybe the issue that we'll talk about like when his career is over, the problem is Jimmy Butler teams have always counted on Jimmy Butler too much.
Yeah.
Right? And when he hasn't been the guy that has needed to be counted on, he's worked his way out of those situations, whether it be Philadelphia or Minnesota. Minnesota, understandably so. Philadelphia, it's like, man, can you imagine if that thing was able to stay together?
That was perfect. That was perfect for him.
Ben Simmons' career goes in a different direction. Tobias Harris, well, shout out to Tobias, because throughout all this, Tobias been like, hey, I'm going to cash these checks. Y'all can say what y'all want.
Bag all-star, baby.
Right,
Bag Hall of Fame.
Right? So
bag like, franchise player, baby.
I hope Jimmy's career is appreciated the way it should be in the end. I may have had some disagreements with the way he's handled things at different spots and the way he's handled people who have been loyal to him and trusted him with their fate. But you can't say anything bad about what Jimmy Butler's done. Now, the problem is, we're going to get to that part that I've always come to. You count on Jimmy Butler too much. At some point, Jimmy Butler is going to Jimmy Butler his way into injury or fatigue because of how he plays and who you're going to lean on. All right? Like, so whoever comes out
and this is on the heels of getting hurt in game one with that ankle.
Right.
And it looked bad. And of course, you know, Jimmy, being the hard ass that he is, was going to continue to play. He was going to be out. He wasn't going to pull himself out. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to pull himself out the game. Miami, regardless of what happens in this series, like other teams that we know, Jason, have some soul searching to do after this. They can go to the conference finals. They can go back to a game 7 against Boston or Philly and come within a 3-point shot short of the finals. And still Pat Riley will know that he has significant work to do to maximize what's left of Jimmy Butler's prime.